You need to put your mic on.
Oh, sorry about
Hey, how you doing?
that. No bad yourself.
Aye, okay.
You coming back next week then?
I'm checking there. I was just looking at flights and stuff, but yeah, flights aren't
I look. I
so.
was looking at them for September and October week and all that, but they weren't cheap. It's like
No,
four
no,
hundred
no.
quid.
Yeah, it's like there's not much. I mean, it cost me 350 to get there and back. So
Right? Is that you and Hugo?
aye, it's a bit much, but we'll see.
I know. So with our fast lane thing today,
I seen some photos. I looked.
peace
Oh,
vigil. Yeah,
why are you all wearing these purple jumpers?
that's the Justice and Peace
Aye,
logo.
right, cool.
So, can you show me any of your Yoko Ono t-shirts? Can you show
Don't
them
have
on screen?
No, they're sending me out. I'll get one next week. And the wee guy from Hot Chip said he wants one, so I'm so happy about
All right, right.
that. He's quite like him.
You need to buy. You need to hope he buys one over and over.
What?
Hot chip over and over and over and
Yeah,
over.
they tried to get him to buy one over and over. Is that what you said?
Aye, that was the joke. Like
That's
a
good.
monkey with it.
That's grim, man.
That was a good joke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's so hot here, man. You wouldn't believe it. It really takes it out of you, man. People are dying. Like
I
just
s-
driving the
saw
car and
that.
they just die. It's not funny, man, because I don't know if it's just me getting older, if it's getting worse, but it's the first year. It's just like I've not been able since I got back from Glasgow. I've not been able to do much.
Right, look at that was what when it was we had that heat wave in Sardinia when we were there. It was 44 during the day. We children out. Can you
So
take them outside?
I mean, it says 35 here, but it is actually over 40 when there's no air moving and stuff.
Oh, it was suffocating. Absolutely
Aye,
suffocating.
can't he breathe and it's just I
It was
don't know.
like sticking your head in an oven.
It's bad, man. I've got the air conditioner on, the two fans, and then you kind of cycle down, jump in the sea. But I mean, I don't know what I'm complaining about, but it's weird. It's Hugo's come back. He didn't last long. It's corn a bit now.
He's through in his room.
Nobody in the square. There's Andrew. Say hello.
So,
Hey Hugo, how you doing?
then you?
Not bad, not bad. Who's that on your is that a team
Hey,
on you? Oh no 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 the your bum bag thing.
this.
All right, it's just a
He
It's just that
right. It's just a
company.
is a company of. Oh,
mobile phones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Free.
Nobody's in the square. I went to square.
One kid, well, two actually. One of them, I was like 3 years older than him, and the other one has problems,
Problems, so like
mental health.
like me.
Oh, that's a shame. So I'd
Why
love
did you
them.
go and hang out with him?
Yeah.
Well, anyway. Okay, well, yeah. I don't know what we can do. We don't. It's really difficult, man. This heat, and it's not going away.
Is it 8 o'clock at night there or so?
Yeah, it's late, but I mean, the sun's still out, but it doesn't matter about the sun or not. It's just the atmosphere is like hard to breathe, you know. But
Right.
what was happening in Faslane?
So it was a peace vigil.
They
It was
still got
good.
what they got there. They still got Trident there, eh?
Aye, aye, aye. And they're going to do its replacement. It's going to go up there.
It's funny because I was talking to Catherine about that, and she got it wrong about it. No, she done that. There was a famous thing she done about the pet. We 60% don't want perishing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
there wasn't perishing anyway. It was Trident. I think she got the t-shirt wrong when she done that thing.
No, because there was Tomahawk missiles and Persian. There was all these different types of them.
Uh,
They were I think they were mid-range ballistic missiles.
Right.
So that was before, even with the nuclear weapons, we had those kind of things.
It's funny how life turns, right? I'm friends with her, and then I'm also friends with the guy in Santa Ponza. It's weird. You'd never think that when you're a kid, you know? You're friends with the two ends of it, you know?
I know, I suppose so. I suppose you're in a bit of a melting pot there. Melting pot for
You know.
I don't know. You want to ask Andrew? You want to ask Andrew some questions? We're doing this for like this is part. We're trying to talk about nothing actually, which is not easy.
Weirdest question you asked to a football player.
no way. That's not even know the weirdest question. Remember asking one player like why he cut the back of his socks? You know, because they cut their socks for their calves. That was about 2 seasons ago. But no, I've asked some weird questions, but I need to think about it.
They do that just for comfort, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because their leg is like big and
Just
the
sock-
socks are not,
Too tight.
they're too tight and they just break them, cut them, and they feel.
I asked a player for Romania. I said, "You would hope to become a better export from Romania than the cheeky girls, eh?" And the mum of the cheeky girls phoned me up.
All right.
You're not like the cheeky girls.
Didn't they end up with
She
some
did.
politician or something? Some liberal
She said,
politician?
she said, everybody loves the cheeky girls. Why are you saying you're not like the cheeky girls? I just don't.
There's
So
worse.
she must get one of those things that any mention of cheeky girls, you know, you can get a kind of
Oh.
press scan,
All right.
so
Okay,
you
I
don't
have
need to go
another
looking.
one. What's the weirdest answer a football player got you?
Oh wow. Yeah. One time a player didn't like the questions I was asking him because I was asking him about spitting on another player. And then I asked him the follow-up question, I asked him, where do you see yourself in a year's time? Because he just signed a 4-year contract, but everybody thought he didn't want to hang around, Mark Vidica. And he went, what a stupid question. And he said, I'm no Nostradamus, and punched through a door.
He actually punched the door.
Aye, just went, it was almost flying right off the hinges.
I remember seeing him at Greenock. What was the name of Greenock and Martin's?
Oh yeah, Capello.
Did you go to that game?
Yeah.
I think that's
No,
probably
I wasn't at that game. I wasn't at that game.
right
I was
because
I was still in Edinburgh with Rachel.
Celtic were the change strip. I don't know if it was his debut or if it was his last. He only was here one or two
It was
seasons.
a kind of cross turn, and
He scored in
he
the middle.
curled it in the corner, didn't he?
I don't know if there's footage of it, but it was some goal, man.
There is.
Scored a
It
few, I think.
was. It was. No, I think I was there.
It was Viduka.
No, I watched it in the telly.
Was one of those players that was really good as well, so he's like to be metal.
I know. Do they call them Mavericks?
Viduka, I think he was one. I was also at that match where was it Hamilton Accies or Inverness Cali? No, it was Partick Thistle and or somebody. It was the longest penalty kicks I'd ever seen. There was about 20 penalty
Oh
kicks.
yeah. Dundee United
It was
and
like
Arthur Boric
quarter
scored the
final. It was
semi-final
so I'm getting
in
them
the
I'm
League
getting a
Cup.
few mixed up because there was Inverness Cali, there was Dundee United, and then I think there was two Inverness Calis, but Viduka was involved in one of them.
He
So
was. Aye.
I'm getting three games mixed up.
Yeah. I know he wasn't involved in the Dundee United one.
But the penalty kicks went on for till Boric
On
and
for
then
ages. It was 1920. Celtic won 2019.
2019. That was amazing. Because even the
Yeah.
fans were like, well, "This is getting." It was kind of it was good. It was exciting, but it was also like, "What? This is boring and exciting at the same time."
I know. How many 20? So how many 40 penalty shootouts do you see?
No, mate, I don't think many.
No,
Someone always makes a mistake.
I know.
So it was the Dundee United goalie that missed, and then Boric scored, something like that.
It was, aye, something like that, wasn't it?
And the Viduka one was he went off at half time and said, "I'm not playing,"
Yeah,
and that was was that 3-1 Cali Fish?
2000. Aye, that was the year 2000.
It was one each when he went off, but right?
Was it one each? No, they maybe gone down to 2-1.
I mean, that a player just saying I'm not playing in the second half, that's no doesn't happen often either.
So apparently, Eric Black said to him, "What's wrong, big man? You know, fancy it tonight?" And he threw his boots at him.
Right.
I think he's admitted that.
Right, yeah. Oh, it was Eric Black, the manager.
Assistant manager.
That was John Barnes, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Hmm.
I'm getting very hot.
Getting hot. Any more questions for Andrew? No? You watched the Rangers game today?
Oh, no, I listened to the radio because I was just on my way back from Fastlane.
All right,
Did-
tell us more about Faslane, man.
Papa,
So it was,
you know what that means?
So you were just doing a peace process. It was like a few hundred people there. Right,
well, 50, I think it was about
Are you serious?
50.
50.
Yeah.
Is this like, was it an annual event or are you marking on it?
Aye, it's because it's the anniversary of Hiroshima and Nagasaki
Wow.
next week.
It's funny that because it's not funny because but like Hiroshima and
79.
Nagasaki, you could times that by 6 is what's happening right now.
Apparently, nuclear weapons are now 30 times more powerful than they were then.
It's quite scary, man. But I mean, you always just think it'll never happen, but then why wouldn't it? You know?
I know. It's like
Yes.
we've kind of accepted them in our lives. We're used to think these just shouldn't exist because see the people on these the vigils or the events, they're so much older because young people don't really talk much about nuclear weapons because it's more about the climate. That's the
Mhm.
pressing topic, is it no?
It's more just apathy that I find frightening, or just people that don't like. Just been, I only notice when I'm back in Glasgow because I don't have many people here that I've got many feelings for, you know. But when you're back with people that you care about and you love, and then you see that they don't have, there's this disconnect, and I'm quite passionate when I speak, and I speak from my heart, you know. And I don't understand how people can be unemotional about not just Gaza, just about normal things that are happening, you know, or about things that are going on. And how can you not? How can you? Or how do you hide it? Or how do you are so numb to it?
I know how you
Your
so
heart, you
detached
know.
from it. Yeah,
Pardon?
detached from it. You know, you feel as if you're detached from it, but people just they do switch off. They just switch off the world around them, and
Hmm.
social media allows that.
I
In
mean,
some ways, in some ways, it amplifies things that are happening around the world. In other ways, it shrinks them. There's a weird dichotomy.
yeah. I mean, I understand it up to a point. It's like a defense thing, just because it's defense, but and I can see it with personal relationships. But when it comes to like things like what whatever, like Africa or Palestine, or just people being hungry or starving or having disease, and then not being able to appreciate that actually going to Starbucks and McDonald's and all that, it's easy not to do that. It's better. There's Coca-Cola that tastes better. There's coffee that tastes better. It's cheaper. And then why don't you? It's just being lazy or something.
Oh wow.
Is that
Can
another?
hardly say can hardly say anything because that was a buzzer going there because they made me get a delivery out of Nando's. So I'm I'm taking the corporate shrill, you know.
I mean, he wants to go to Popeye, so we go, and then you go into Popeye and it's Coca-Cola that's the free drink. Is but yeah, yeah. Were you getting Nando's? Is that a
Yeah,
multinational?
I think so. Is it no? It's a franchise one, so it's got chains all over the place
You don't get it here.
because it's supposed to be kind of Portuguese. It's a kind of fake Portuguese kind of food.
Right. Are you going to Parkhead tomorrow then? Are you?
I got because I've rented out your niece's.
Is he not back? Is Raymond not back?
I don't think he's back yet either.
So who's got his tickets then?
So it's just my pal's gone with me.
Hmm?
My pal's gone with me.
All right.
a friend for work.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Also, it's just that's who usually. All right. Okay. So Eva's got one, and you've got one.
Yeah, but I've got the two of them now because he's no got them.
Because Eva is not. I think she's going to somewhere like Texas.
Texas. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, she's got to study for a year, isn't she?
Aye, she's great. I hung out with her a bit. It's nice when
Yeah.
you hang out and get to know, like not in the family or the tense situation. It's quite. We just hung out in Botanic Gardens, and it was quite nice.
No, that's good. That's good.
She's all right. But yeah, the hips thing, and you said it's difficult to get because people always say that, and I always think I'll just go up to Edinburgh at 10 o'clock in the morning, and something will happen, more. But then you say that doesn't happen like that anymore.
Not to my knowledge. Didn't see that happening much.
But then what happens if you're just a tourist and you're in Edinburgh and you want to go and see Hibs? There must be a way of getting tickets.
But I think they suspend those when they play Celtic and Rangers. That's what I'm saying.
They
They don't sell because they don't want Celtic and Rangers supporters in their end.
But tourists must want to go to these matches as well, There must be a way.
I don't think it'll be like that. I really don't think it's like that now. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I've been out that kind of scene for long enough.
It's probably
I don't
what,
really
just,
know
just phone up
how it
Hibs
works.
and say I want a couple of tickets and see what they said.
They don't do it. They don't do it. Like, for good safety reasons.
Yeah. I'm not convinced. And then if you're outside the ground, then you can some Hibs fans might be like, there you go, I've got a couple that people don't turn up or whatever.
Yeah, there's always that chance, I suppose. But then you wouldn't be able to celebrate. You'd be in the wrong end.
My twisted mind would like that somehow. I've done it before, I think, and I've been okay. You just shut up and don't talk to anybody. I mean, I don't think, I think I've done it before. Somehow.
Maybe you just think you have, or you imagine what it would be
I've
like.
done it and I got moved. I think that might have happened. I was like, look, I'm a Celtic fan, you need to move me. And it was just
All right,
it was just a crappy game. It was no important, so they just moved me around.
right. No, I've seen that happening.
Yeah, you just go up to a steward and say, look, there's space there, can I go?
Yeah, if there's space, aye. That's the kind of all seated thing, isn't it? You can kind of tell. You don't get overcrowding.
So what did it happen? Were you shouting stuff at faslane or anything like that? No? You just
No. We were saying prayers and singing hymns.
wow.
It's lovely liturgy.
Really?
Oh,
So
it's
was
lovely.
was there a priest there or something like that?
There was so the Archbishop Nolan was there, moderator of the Church of Scotland, and somebody from the Scottish Episcopal Church. They all spoke really well, really thoughtful addresses.
Right.
The Archbishop was talking about it being a comfort blanket, and the Bishop Swift from the Scottish Episcopal Church, he was in the RAF,
Right.
and he said, "I don't see any conflict between that." He said, "I joined the forces because I was scared stiff of nuclear weapons, because to show there's another way to fight for your freedoms."
They've never been used, have they?
Know those ones, but obviously Americans used them.
Just Nagasaki, Hiroshima, and where was the other one?
No, that was it.
Only twice.
Yeah. And that ended the war. But people say the Japanese were going to surrender anyway.
It was over anyway. They just done it.
Yeah, they knew it.
A
They knew it.
flex.
Yeah, and they'd got word 2 weeks before that the kind of resistance to kind of seeking a kind of a surrender, tactical surrender was becoming the kind of default position in their military hierarchy and that.
Was that 1945 they done it? Must have been.
Yeah, aye. It'll be 80 years next year.
And it was how many hundreds of thousands got killed? Like 200,000 or more?
I was we know about 100,000 each.
100,000 each time. But then still the effects of it are still there, right?
Yeah. The guy said there was a guy there today who first attended a protest in Faslane in 1968, and he brought over a Hiroshima survivor because they were showing at the GFT, they were showing the war game, and he said, this guy said, so he said to him, I think it was Doctor Nee, or I think it was Doctor Nee, was it? And he said, Mr. Nee, what did you think of the war game? He said, very bad, very bad, very bad. Why very bad? He said, too many people survived. You know, because it shows, you know, the famous war game, it was banned by the BBC. BBC made it and it showed you the effects of a nuclear war. That's when people started to get kind of sheds in their garden and all that, because people just became absolutely freaked out by the notion of nuclear war.
Right. I'm not quite sure. I think that was early 70s, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, and it was banned for years, but my dad took me to see it, and they used to show it round kind of, so it was the Hamilton Town Hall showed it.
Oh,
It was
God.
shown as kind of an event, you know. There was all these people getting radiation sickness and everything, and it absolutely frightened the life out of folk. It was just in black and white.
Right, right.
That boy thought it was the realistic because too many folk survived. He'd been working underground or something like that. That's the reason why he survived.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, all these guys, they've probably all got luxury underground bunkers and they're ready for years under there, man. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, they must be close, man. I mean, if I was one of these Arab countries, I was like, what else do they have to do to wind them up? How far do they have to get wound up?
I know. Kuwait said they wouldn't let their airspace get used.
For what?
It must be for the Americans
Yeah,
sending over hardware.
but Kuwait's on the other side, I think. I'm not sure. Don't know the geography of it.
Said they wouldn't let their airspace get used anyway. Hold on. Sure, I could. Kuwait.
I mean, there's only all these countries are all America, basically. There's only Lebanon, Syria, and Yemen, and Iran. That's it.
Kuwait will not become launchpad for attacks on neighbours, officials say.
Hmm.
Kuwait said they were not neighbouring countries. Dismissed reports suggested otherwise. Statement came as Iranian officials were due to meet regional allies from Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen to discuss possible retaliation against Israel following the assassination of mass political leader Ismail Haniyeh.
Yeah, I was just reading the story about that guy, man. All his family were killed, you know? All his kids, grandkids, and recently in the past few months.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was his WhatsApp. They got him through his WhatsApp.
In Iran, really?
Yeah, that's how
Shit.
they traced him.
Shit.
That's how they traced him.
Shit, man.
I know. We're all easy prey.
I mean, yeah. It's like it's still like this. Yeah. It's just it's fucking. There's so much stuff that we don't know about, man. So much.
I know. There's better, something that's better no known.
Mm.
But that's us back to our original thought, eh? People don't want to know about things. They feel too powerless. feel impotent.
Hmm. But they're not, you know, it's like that's what they want you to think, but actually they're not. I think like
I don't think they are. I wouldn't go to marches or protests or vigils or witnesses. I didn't think there was no point in.
there
We were all
was a
talking today.
ceasefire just before Christmas. And that was
Mm.
when everybody went out to like I was marching in London. So it's just because of me, you know. No, but it was like there was 1 million people in London, you know. And
Yeah,
there was a public opinion that was like, no, no, no. And it lasted about 4 days. I think. November, was it?
I think it might have been.
And that wasn't, I think that was something to do with public opinion, you know.
Oh, definitely public. Well, it didn't work in the Iraq war, did it? Over 1 million people all over the country, and Blair
Mhm.
just ignored it. Over 1 million people marching. What does that tell you? Because if there's 1 million people marching, what's the multiplier for that about the people that support the people that are marching? Because not everybody can get out there and march at that one time.
I reckon it must be like if 70 or 80% are on
Yeah,
not on the side of Palestine, but just like
they are. I
no,
mean, I think American politics is struggling to catch up because of the way that's turned.
she's twisted. She's like, oh, I don't. The only reason she doesn't want to talk to him now is because she knows that it's a lot of votes. If she says this gives the slightest little indication that she's not 100% behind Israel,
I
she'll get
know.
a bunch of votes for that. So, but I was reading that if Israel give each politician like so much money, right?
Oh yeah, those
Each single
APACs.
one. It
Yeah,
amounts to like 100 million. It's shit. But in return, Israel gets 65 billion for that 100 million. It's like a business exchange.
I know. It's
It's,
incredible that just the money flowing through from
but that's a
Israeli
bad deal
state
for America, right? They get
into
100
American
million
politics.
for
It's
65
just you
million.
just pick people off individually.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why individual people are important then.
yeah, 100 small bribes. You know,
Yeah,
gets you the same effect as a governmental at that level. That kind of bribe gets you like 65 billion times more.
it's just
Because I
about.
bet you're not.
I mean, I hope. I mean, if it's not just about money, then we're fucked because if they think they're doing some kind of religious thing or if they think they're because you know Netanyahu would be happy to sacrifice Israel for the sake of himself or for this weird cause that if it's that's what it's all about, you know, if they're in
The same as Trump.
he's prepared to sacrifice America for his ego
Aye,
or for
Putin is prepared to sacrifice Russia for his ego.
but what I'm trying to say is maybe it's not just the ego. They think they're on some kind of weird religious. They don't, do they? Do they think they're on some kind of weird religious thing where the Israelis think that Jesus will come at the end of the world?
Israel, maybe it's pointedly religious, but there's a kind of quasi kind of messiah complex from, and Bolsonaro was the same in Brazil. Trump, him, Netanyahu, Putin, within the individual, the kind of there's a psychosis. They've got they've got this kind of narcissism, just kind of ruinous narcissism.
That is just weird, psychotic.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't make any sense. Like
but
to be so detached from.
no. So does this cut off after half an hour?
Aye, we're not. I don't
Aye.
think we're even close. But if you're bored, that's cool. I got this weird
No,
tea.
no, it's just because my thing was getting cold. My
Oh, is there food
takeaway.
there? Your family
The
are
food's
very quiet.
there. It buzzed, aye.
Are they in the
They
kitchen
must
eating?
just.
There you go, 10 minutes.
I heard them talking. I heard them talking to each other.
You better go and get food then. No, it's good. It's good just to catch up. I've not done this since since I was home. I haven't done this for ages.
No. I think we got there. You don't force it. You end up talking about things anyway.
No, it's good,
That's
man.
I understand where you go with this. I understand the beauty of that. And used to those moments, those organic moments where you're just chatting.
Yeah, I've been having a really bad time, with everything. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with family, don't know what's happening with Hugo, with money. I don't know if I'm staying in Mallorca. It seems like I shouldn't stay anymore, but then I'm just, yeah, Hugo's going to the big school now as well. So there's a bunch of things happening. I don't really, the project's kind of finished because the girl I was doing it with, she went to Turkey and she's been with the priest for the past month. So basically, she's kind of replaced what the project she was doing with me with the priest, and she got baptized and confirmed in communion, and she's been basically working with this priest, and now she was in some place where Mary went in Turkey, like a
All
place
right, Medjugorje, was it? Is it?
somewhere, and
No, that's
she's there now. She's in Bosnia at the moment.
right. Oh yeah.
Went all in, I think it's great, but she doesn't really share it with me, what's going on. I find it a little bit strange.
Just
But
try to
she's
find
saying the
herself.
rosary every day and all that. That's I asked her if she would do like something like this, but we could do the rosary together because there's bits of it I didn't understand when we were doing it for my mum, and I was in a like I know
It's
the
just
Our Fathers and the Hail Marys, but there's bits in between as well, right?
yeah. Aye.
Did you do a full rosary today?
No, we didn't do the rosary today because it was an ecumenical service, so don't want to make it too Catholic. No, so it's across all the Christian faiths.
All of them, right?
Yeah.
Is there more than 10? Probably is.
Aye.
There's loads of them, right?
Oh yeah, there's hundreds.
Same as Judaism. There's loads of different ones there as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
it's
know
the
that
same way. Islam and
Do you know that they done that as well? They done the same thing, and it makes me think that they done the Twin Towers so they could do Afghanistan. They done the 7th of October so they could do Gaza, and last week they done that football team so they could do Lebanon. It seems like this sounds stupid, right? But I wouldn't put it past them, man. That was
I'm no don't go down those rabbit holes.
well, anyway. Nothing's been proved. They didn't. Hezbollah denied it. This they,
I'm not saying last week. I don't know about that one, but the other two.
Well, they let October the 7th happen, and then Twin Towers still weird shit keeps coming up about that all the time. But
Don't 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 make it a bloody conspiracy theorist. This look the risk of mentioning his name again. We're getting into Russell Brand territory or Jordan Peterson or something.
But
I've
these are
got to
the
get my
people that the population are paying attention to. Not just them, there's like loads of them. Everybody's got their own little. But no one's gives it. No one's reading the Guardian or media doesn't have any control about what the
no.
population
It's
is
social
thinking.
media now. It's
Yeah,
social
totally.
media.
It's good.
Yeah,
Pardon?
it's social media now.
Yeah, so that's why Elon Musk
Yeah,
he was there with he was over there, man, with Netanyahu.
I
He's a
know.
scary guy, man. I don't understand him at all.
I wish they could set up a rival to X or Twitter or whatever. Why can somebody not set up a rival and just get people to migrate over?
No one's got anybody that's got. That's the thing. People with money, they don't. It seems to this business mind and the artistic mind is completely different. Or not even that. Just like successful. Even if you're a successful artist or a successful musician, like Radiohead or Douglas Gordon, it just means the art is diluted. It's not like great band. I mean, it's a great artists or great bands that are really successful. Douglas Gordon's not the one I meant. It's the other guy who does the spin paintings. You know that guy?
Well, sure I do.
Damien Hirst,
All
And
right, right.
caught out because he was just business in the end. He was faking
I
the
was,
figures.
yeah.
And then he was like, well, it's conceptual art. I can do what I like.
I know. No, it was a
I
great.
see his
That's a
point,
get out.
actually.
That's a get out for everything. That's a pretty good trump
That's
card
my
to play in it. Here's
conceptual
my
art.
trump card.
I can do whatever I like.
Beat that.
You better eat your dinner, but
Right. Well, good to speak to you. Right. Keep in touch, right?
I mean, I'd love to do this a bit regular, but yeah, it's difficult. Give my love to the family and all
Well, do keep your chin up, right?
that. Trying
Love
to,
ya.
man. Get any ideas, let me know.
Oh God. Keep
Struggling.
up your yoga.
That's the
Right.
thing. I thought that's what the bit of a problem is, the yoga. And then I was fucking the medicine got emptied.
Oh no, I thought was that after 10 months?
About a year, man. But
Oh no,
it didn't even, it's weird. It's weird that stuff.
that is medicine.
It says medicine on it, I think.
Oh God. Right, I'm gonna get my medicine,
Right,
right?
Andrew.
Right,
Ciao.
God bless you. Right, good night.
Insha'Allah.
Love ya.
Ciao. Insha'Allah.